today's society, we are told that watching porn and masturbating to it is normal and natural. Now, most young men are introduced to it at a very concerning young age. And now, with society putting things like social media and TikTok, where literal children, little 7-year-old boys, are able to see completely like half naked girls just twerking and without understanding what's going on, put these negative images of them in their mind. It's honestly concerning because what masturbation and porn will take away from you is something that will take so much time to regain back, and most men don't even make the effort to because they're so stuck giving into their urges and their addictions. So today I'm going to go over 5 of the benefits that you will see when you stop jerking off. And these aren't really benefits when you stop jerking off. These are benefits that you should be having regardless, but it's something that porn and masturbation has taken away from you. So the first one is the ability to not give in to urges. Now, with masturbation, obviously, comes other urges. There's very low probability that you're just masturbating alone. You're most likely doing that, on top of that, playing video games, on top of that, eating junk food, on top of that, not exercising. So it's all a snowball effect, right? And one of the things that not masturbating will do is help you to stay away from these other things and abstain from them, which will, at the end of the day, just make your lifestyle better and give you a more healthier self-image. So that's the first thing. The second thing that porn and masturbation has done to some people is genuinely destroyed relationships and friendships with people. Now, when you are constantly giving into these urges and not seeing people in the way that you should, which is as a human being, and seeing them in a much more negative way, that's what porn has induced us to see them as. It's not your fault. I mean, well, it is your fault if you continue to do it. That's 100% your fault. But it's not your fault if you are seeing them that way. Now, what you need to realize is stop masturbating and watching porn. Your relationship with these people will increase. You will go out of your way to try and strengthen that relationship with them. So I think that's another big factor to not watching porn. And the third one, and this is a very big one that a lot of people talk about, is that your dopamine receptors basically become like they shoot up once you watch porn and masturbate, because your mind is not used to this kind of stimulation whenever you want, you know? So at instant access, you could just go onto any website and watch whatever you want. If you have any different kind of like fetish or whatever, you don't need to actually go out and have the courage to talk to a woman to try and, or man, no judging here, to try and, get what you want. But with porn and masturbation, with just a few like touches on a piece of glass, you get to see unlimited fantasies. And when you shoot up your dopamine receptors that high, basic things become so difficult to enjoy. How are you supposed to enjoy spending time with people if, like, last night you just had like a fivesome, you know? How are you supposed to enjoy that? But you really didn't. And that's why, you're like shooting yourself so high, and the bar is being set lower and lower every single time you do it. So that's a big one. And if you want to just overall increase your happiness, you need to stop watching it. Now, number 4 is that you will feel shameful and have low confidence. And this is one that affects every single person. It's affected me, that once you're finished and it's just you and yourself, your mind starts to like bark at you. It's like tells you, yo, what did you just do? Why'd you just do that? Look where we are now. You're such a loser. You're this, you're that, blah, blah, blah. And eventually you will start to believe it because you don't have a strong will of mind, because you just, did what you did. How are you gonna have a strong will of mind if you're just like sitting behind the screen, It's a very low energy thing to do. And because of that, you will feel shame, which is probably the worst thing to feel as a man. Now, a good thing to feel is guilt. You feel guilty because you understand that you did something wrong, and guilt lets you understand that you can move forward and you have to move forward from this so you don't feel that kind of guilt and shame again. And with that, with shame and feeling guilty, obviously your confidence is lower. You don't want to look people in the eye. You don't want to talk to anyone. You just kind of want to be in your own bubble. And now it's very, very important that this is when you break out. When you're in your lowest of low, if you decide to, okay, just stay in it forever, you're finished. You're addicted. It's back to that cycle of low confidence, shame, back to using masturbation as a way out for 2 minutes. You enjoy, and then the cycle repeats. So those are two very big ones. And the fifth and final one is that you will have low energy. Now, when I say energy, I mean both energy as in your motivation and will to actually do things, and energy as in your vibration. Now, when people are masturbating, they're gonna not be motivated to want to go work out, to do their work, because they like life has no meaning after that. You just reached the highest point of man. You just spread your seed. What else is there? But in reality, you didn't. It was a fake experience. Left high and dry, gaining absolutely nothing. And now you just don't have the energy to do anything. And also, things that you desire and want are not going to come as easy. Because once you start to get on no-fap, when you put something into thought, it becomes much easier to obtain because you have faith in yourself. But when you're like watching porn and stuff and jerking off to it, it's going to become very difficult to manifest the things into your life that you really want. So these are just 5 of the things. There's plenty more. However, I don't want to keep the video too long. So consider doing it yourself and find out from your own experience.